got you, motherfuckers! What, you thought I was done? Oh, and this is where everybody's like, oh, you're just obsessed, you're just milking it, you're just trying to stay relevant. But the whole point of hashtag change the channel was to get people to talk about it and, you know, then continue the movement, and to keep it relevant is kind of how you keep a movement going, is by talking about it. But no, it doesn't matter, because oh, you're just doing this for views, which is the entire purpose of a YouTube video. I was just gonna let this go, but you know what? I don't want to let Change the Channel die 2 years running. And the thing is, you guys want me to stop talking about it. You Channel Awesome fans want me to stop talking about it. I haven't done a video on this in a while, and yet you guys are making videos about me. So when you guys say that I'm milking it, look at this guy's last 4 videos.
In what you can consider an ironic twist.
Why are you upside down? Hey guys, I'm just gonna do the rest of the video like this because this is art. You couldn't pay to get the watermark removed. I don't even think you have to pay, do you? Why is there a watermark? You just record and put it, even, you know, if you've got movie makers, fine. You know, we'll start from somewhere, but I'm pretty sure that's free. Please excuse the watermark. I had several technical difficulties and was forced to record this video differently. Very differently. You're upside down and you got a watermark over your face.
You see, I had every intention of doing this video in the format of all the others, where I would have the video in the background and go through piece by piece everything wrong and stupid about it.
By the way, I've just noticed the title. Minuite, I don't know. It already sounds like you're doing the Channel Awesome thing. Too long, don't read. Oh, I can't possibly rebuttal everything in this, so I'm gonna nitpick the ones that I want. That's the impression I'm getting here.
Even before I attempted to record the video.
This is so difficult to watch. Why are you upside down? I've never heard of anything where you've had to record differently so it turns you upside down. I can't afford to get this watermark removed, so the software accidentally flipped me upwards.
Good God, it's 80 minutes long. It would take me an eternity.
Of course it would. For the record, 80 minutes is quite short for a documentary. There are 6-hour long documentaries. There are a lot of things that I left out of the documentary. Just saying, oh, it's too long, I don't have that kind of time, but you have enough time to make 4 videos on me. And I'm not saying it's you, but there was another individual who spread things and pretended to be me on Reddit. On Reddit, there's pages of a guy called Cinematic Venom telling people to dox and harass Channel Awesome. That's not me. You and these other Channel Awesome supporters have that amount of time, but they don't have time to rebuttal everything in a documentary or a Google document, which you can't rebuttal, and I know you can't rebuttal because, with all due respect, you're not Channel Awesome, so you weren't there. Like, realistically, only Channel Awesome can rebuttal the things that are being accused of Channel Awesome.
So I'd actually went through it already and kind of took some notes and, like, developed key points.
Okay, he went through it, he's got notes. Let's see what he's got to say, because right now I'm actually quite surprised, because some people did tell me that this guy was quite nasty and immature and just went at me and with these ridiculous responses. But right now he's coming across as quite civilized and mature, so we're going to see where this goes.
Cinematic Venom had totally fucked up and dropped the ball. He starts the video with a 5-minute montage of what he calls Doug Walker insulting everyone who disagrees with his opinion.
The intro was too long. That's a fair criticism. It takes about 5 minutes for me to get to the point. You know, just a small jab. You know, just a small jab at Doug for his content. It didn't really fit anywhere else in the documentary. So, yeah, I threw it in at the start and it did go on too long. I agree.
All the clips he shows were just him talking about things he doesn't like about particular movies.
He also insults anyone who doesn't agree with him, which was the point I was making. He literally says the words, you own... In fact, let's go through this, because I don't think you paid attention.
This movie sucked! It sucked! This movie fucking sucked!
So that one, he's bragging that he hated the Beauty and the Beast remake, and he's openly mocking anyone who likes it, because why else would you brag, this movie sucks? You liked it, but it sucks. That whole song is constantly reiterating that point. So a lot of people can argue, oh, in some of these clips, he's the nostalgia critic, which is a character. first of all, his character didn't used to act like that. But in here, he's Doug. He's himself.
Which one is really better? The silly little kid version that no one remembers, or the super complex, dark and gritty grown-up version? What the hell are you people?
Again, that entire review, anyone who liked the Jungle Book remake are wrong. I just showed it where he insulted anyone who thinks that the remake is better.
You like it for a different reason than probably all the people out there watching like it. Oh, it's a terrible movie. Yes!
He's constantly saying that Twister can only be enjoyed as a guilty pleasure. Him and Rob constantly say, Doug doesn't like it, but Rob does. And he says that, oh, I only like it as a guilty pleasure. I know it sucks. And like right there, he said, everyone else likes it because they think it's a really good movie.
It is objectively bad.
That's the only clip that I'll admit I kind of used out of context, and the only one I'll give you. So he's joking around about how he likes Twister for the wrong reasons, and he's saying, yeah, it's objectively bad, but it's subjectively great. Like, so that's the only one I'll give you.
Yeah, I know a ton of people did and still really, really enjoy this film, but you don't know any better.
You like Signs? You don't know any better. You can say it's the Nostalgia Critic character, but as you see in the sibling rivalries, he acts the same. So where's the character stop and start?
She was Hermione! Yeah, she was passable? You grew up with it. That's why you like it.
Right there. Right there. If anyone says, she was Hermione, I liked her as Hermione, Doug's like, nah, she was passable. Even the delivery of it. And then he continues, you only like Harry Potter or Emma Watson because you grew up with her. He literally just said the words.
You're making fun of it?
Well, yeah, it's a cheesy 90s movie, man.
Yeah, it's fun, but we know it's bad.
So this one really annoyed me because Doug has a tendency to end his episodes with this sentimental message. And this is one of them, or supposed to be one of them. You got the cheesy emotional music, so it's meant to be a positive message. But he wrote this, and he's literally saying people only like Hocus Pocus as a guilty pleasure, and they know it sucks. Shocker? No. I love Hocus Pocus. I don't think it sucks. Who cares what people like? I don't understand where you're coming from. You're kind of ignoring the actual clip.
Oh, that's right. This is a Happy Madison audience where something that they see come out of them every day is suddenly hilarious because it reminds them of something that was scandalous when they were 2 years old.
Anyone who likes Happy Madison are wrong. I feel like it's all self-explanatory. I'm just explaining what a clip clearly shows. And then one clip that I didn't show was this.
Don't kill us! Oh my god, don't kill us! We might have opinions about it, please don't hurt us!
Where he's like making out, oh no, we have a different opinion, oh, you know, we can't accept this, even though they do the same thing.
There's no point where he says anybody's stupid.
He literally does a whole sketch with Happy Madison fans go, poop. the fucking clips I show has him insulting people. I don't understand. Oh my god.
Doing his reviews in his usual hyperbolic style that the Nostalgia Critic would.
What about the ones where he wasn't a Nostalgia Critic? I get being like a blinded fanboy, but Doug clearly insulted people's opinions. And you're like, nah, didn't happen.
I don't think Cinematic Venom is actually going to watch this video, but in case he does, I'm actually going to clarify the Rob Walker incident that I previously alluded to.
Clarify, please, if you smell, you genius philosopher, you.
Just to prove that I'm not just doing this as some blind fanboy.
Yet to be seen.
The Tamra's Never Seen video for that week had strangely not been uploaded to the Channel Awesome channel yet.
Tamra's never seen a decent boss! Okay, that was a joke, just to clarify. She's probably had decent employees in the past.
Tamra was busy doing something else, I think. She wasn't on Twitter very much.
Maybe she was busy on Twitter insulting her fans who gave her money. I think she was busy that day doing that, yeah.
So I went to Rob Walker's Facebook page and simply asked him if he knew why the video wasn't up yet. I'm somewhat of a fan of Tamra. I look up to her, actually. We've kind of gone through similar struggles.
Your bosses are assholes too?
I went on and asked Rob Walker, because I'd gotten responses from him on Facebook before. I said, I'm not trying to be a troll here, but...
I'll give you that. You're not coming across as a troll. You're not coming on here and insulting me, at least so far. So you don't come across as a troll. I just feel like a blinded fanboy. I've presented clips proving one thing and you've completely ignored them and refused to acknowledge any faults on them. And then saying, no, it's not true. I mean, I disagree with them on this.
You know, like, I'm not trying to be a troll, but, you know, it's been, like, almost a full day and my Tamara's Ever Seen video wasn't up yet. And this time, Rob Walker did respond to me. He said, well, I'm not trying to be a troll, you know, like, making fun of me, being sarcastic. He said, but frankly, I don't care.
So, you defend Doug and Rob as people, but then Rob completely insults you.
This change the channel bullshit has gone completely out of hand, and it is definitely the greater evil here.
Protecting a rapist, stealing 90 grand from their fans, mistreating people for 9 to 10 years, pointing it out. This is definitely the greater evil.
Obscurus Lupa is just a whiny SJW feminist bitch.
Okay, you know, you were with me. I actually was respecting you to at least get your argument across in a mature and civilized way. And then you drop this. I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt and hoping you have something to back up these claims, because I've heard this a lot. I don't know Alison. I've encountered her on Twitter. She seems lovely. But honestly, this is unneeded. Why is she whiny? I want to know that. Like, when someone has been mistreated and they speak out about being mistreated, that makes them whiny? But then you're whiny because you're pointing out what Rob Walker did to you. You're an SJW whiny bitch. By your own admission.
Who has no life.
She has no life. She's got a popular YouTube following. She has a boyfriend. I think she has a cat. She seems to be doing all right for herself. You're making 4 videos that people aren't watching. I was trying to be, like, respectful here, but it's very difficult right now. You're making 4 videos calling people bitches and refusing to acknowledge Chandler Lawson doing anything wrong. But she has no life. What?
Needs to keep bringing this up until Doug Walker goes on his knees and begs her for her forgiveness.
When has Alison brought this up? In all honesty, Alison and Lewis and a bunch of other producers, or former producers, started discussing their issues, and that started #ChangeTheChannel. I agree with that. Then they dropped the Google Doc. And then what? When did she bring it up again? She made a video explaining it because people still weren't sure. She didn't say shit. If people asked her about it on Twitter or something, she'd reply, but she didn't say shit. #ChangeTheChannel being brought up again was me. I'll admit that. I brought that up. So what has Alison done? Don't blame her for shit that I did.
But none of the people involved in Change the Channel are entitled to jack shit.
Why? They were treated like shit for 10 years. And this isn't saying like other employers are innocent, because I work in retail, you know, my company isn't great. But the difference is, they weren't sexual predators. They weren't thieves. They didn't steal from people. I don't get how you're defending this, and you've given no reason, no explanation, nothing as to how or why the Change the Channel people don't deserve anything. So far, you've spent 9 minutes rambling and you've just thrown insults.
You know why? Because they didn't have contracts.
So if you don't have a contract, you can treat people like crap. Is that what you're saying? Literally, you seem to have no empathy, no human morals. You can treat people however you like if there's no contracts involved. And for the record, the anniversary movies did have contracts. So by your own admission, if you smell, they're owed apologies for those because they had contracts. And they were the same ones where they were starved, given no drinks, locked in a hot attic with no air conditioning, someone injured themselves, they had to sign a contract. You're just keep digging.
Now, Mike Machad, I will agree, did some pretty stupid stuff. If the description of Pregler's firing is accurate...
That's the only thing that okay. Just ignoring sexual harassment claims and sexual predators. That's fine, but if Alison's firing is legit, then that's out of order. I like how this is meant to be a response to me. He spent 9 minutes, he's barely mentioned the documentary.
But I was unjustly fired from a job myself, and you know what I did? I moved the fuck on.
But did they also bully you? Maybe they did. But did they also protect a rapist? Did they also sexually harass you and then shove it under the rug and act like it never happened? Did they starve you? Dehydrate you? Did they steal 90 grand from the people supporting the company? If you say yes to all of those things, I didn't know you worked for Channel Awesome as well.
I'm actually on disability, don't even have to work anymore.
Oh my lord. Okay, I'm sure the disability is genuine, but the way you worded that, I don't have to work anymore. Not I can't work anymore. I don't have to work anymore. That just sounded like you don't want to. I'm not stepping on any toes. You know, disability is probably real. The wording there was really bad.
But no, she has to spearhead all this change the channel bullshit.
Oh my god, did you see that? He actually turned the camera sideways. So he's not flipped it. He's going out of his way to record himself upside down. What the fuck?
Furthermore, Cinematic Venom invalidates his own arguments.
Oh, is this video about me? Okay, forgot.
When he's complaining about mishaps with the food and money being misplaced and stuff.
Misplaced! Again, I will give Channel Awesome the benefit of the doubt. If the $90,000 somehow, I will never understand how, got misplaced, pay the viewers back. Indiegogo keeps track of all the emails. I ran an Indiegogo campaign for my movie and there were worries afterwards that the film wouldn't get made and I was going to pay everybody back. It's not hard, you're a company who makes quite a lot of money, just pay them back then.
He talks itself on how low they started. These are not major Hollywood productions.
That doesn't mean anything! I made a movie on the budget of a potato! But people had fun. I wasn't, at least I've spoken to people and they've told me I wasn't hard to work with. I was just disorganized. I didn't know what I was doing. But unlike the Walkers, I took advice. I fed people. I gave them drinks. There's no excuse to have no human decency just because you're a noob and didn't know what you were doing.
He's entitled to a couple mistakes.
But To Boldly Flee was their third movie! Kikassia I get, but then they did Suburban Nights. And then they did To Boldly Flee. How many mistakes does he need? And you're trying to justify it as if they aren't mistakes. Make up your mind!
If they actually did come to a safe house with swords, that's fucking hilarious and I would wish there's a video of that somewhere.
Yeah, people hunting down Holly for her life and Doug and Rob trying to protect her with cartoony weapons. That's so funny!
They warned Mike Ellis that his behavior was inappropriate. He persisted in the behavior and he was fired.
2 years later. So, Mike Ellis sexually harassed Sean, Mike Machado was informed, and he genuinely said, I told him he can't be doing this shit. So he must have done it before! It wasn't the first time! They knew he sexually harasses people and they didn't do anything? And that happened before the brawl, and he wasn't fired until about 2 years later. Did you miss that part? I'll say it again so you don't react to this and edit it out of context, but Ellis sexually harassed someone, possibly not for the first time, and was fired 2 years later. 2 years later.
Seems like they handled that fine to me.
Doug could punt a cat in the head and you'd be like, that's fine.
You know, he goes on to say, we can't just, believe Doug Walker because we haven't met any of the former producers. Well, unless you go to these cons all the time, we haven't met anybody.
No, my point was, you are all dismissing 40 plus people. You are calling 40 people liars who have worked with Doug and met him. At a convention, you don't really know someone. Obviously, they're going to put on a brave face and be nice, unless you're Corey Feldman. But you're calling all of those people who have worked with Doug firsthand all liars and claiming that you know who Doug really is from watching a video. You're calling them liars as if you know him better. That was the point I was making. For someone who says, it's 80 minutes! You didn't really listen very well, did you, mate?
Like what a weak-ass argument.
Is it? All these people know Doug. They worked with him. What do they know? I watch his YouTube videos and click like.
Yo, unless they have, video footage of some of this shit.
Do you know what's annoying? I don't know if it's that big a case in America, but you can Google it. But there was a guy called Jimmy Savile in the UK who was a celebrity, and after he passed away, it was revealed that he sexually groomed a bunch of people. Now, technically, there's no evidence. But there were a case of, I think, about 200 plus people they're not all lying. So naturally, it's considered evidence that Jimmy Savile was a sexual predator and a rapist. Because 200 people aren't going to be making this up for no reason. And I guarantee, even if there was video evidence of Mashad cornering Allison or Doug yelling at Lindsay or anything like that, you would still defend it. You would say it's either edited out of context. You would say, oh, it's not that bad, they overreacted. There would be some kind of weak-ass defense. Because one thing I've noticed, you want evidence, and then when evidence is provided, you're just like, nah, it's not that bad. Petty didn't happen.
It's all hearsay.
My biggest problem is, you can say it's all hearsay, but if Channel Awesome were innocent, come out and say your side. If you were innocent, why would you lay low and wait for it to go away? When news broke about my past and everything, I came right out and acknowledged it, and explained myself. If you were innocent, you would come out and just simply explain your side of the story. Channel Awesome haven't. They've avoided it at all costs.
I am not going to go into huge detail about the Justin Carmichael, aka Jew Wario, incident. I was not watching Channel Awesome while he was a part of it.
Which is basically saying, I can't defend, because there's no defending that. There's no, you gotta hear it from their side. Channel Awesome defended a rapist and a sexual predator. Game over. Forget all the other stuff. The other stuff's bad, but there's no coming back from that. And you're literally saying, I don't know, I didn't watch him back then. Who cares? I wasn't even alive when The Shining came out, but Kubrick was a dick to Shelley Duvall. You don't have to be around at that time period to know being a dick's being a dick.
If the allegations against him are true,
everyone has confirmed it's true. Can we have enough of this if? Everyone involved has confirmed it's true!
The person was never identified. No one's come forward saying they particularly are victims of him.
Well, yes, they have. 3 people. Or maybe 4. I think there might have been a possibility of a 4th. So they have come forward. They've not gone to the law, as far as I know. They haven't gone to the police or anything, but Justin's dead. What can they do? As for Channel Awesome, covering it up, that's awful, but you're still supporting them.
And even if he were still alive, the police were not going to bust down his door and arrest him because a Google document said so.
No, but the rape victims that came out, Maybe they'd look into that for them. Maybe.
As of today, we still live in the United States of America, where everyone is innocent until proven guilty.
Alright, Allison isn't an SJW whiny bitch until you prove her guilty. Got him!
The crew aren't saints, but they improved as they went along.
And you know what? I said this in the documentary. I believe that. But acknowledge it. Apologise. They're like a 10-year-old. Say sorry to Tiffany. No. These are grown adults, a part of a fucking company.
The Mike Bashad stuff notwithstanding, if he does own the rights to a nostalgia critic character, that sucks, but there's not a lot Doug Walker can do about that, obviously.
Well, no, he could leave, start a new show, change the name, still review films, still be an energetic character. Cultaholic did it. The guys at Cultaholic were part of not Watch Mojo, fucking hell, What Culture, and they weren't happy with the company, so they left, and they had to drop certain names, but they basically do the same stuff, just different style. Why can't Doug do that? Because there's so many conspiracies, Doug's being forced to stay there, but he likes Mashad. He can leave and change the fucking name.
But, most of this was fixed. It just keeps getting brought up because the producers are whiny bitches and they act like they're entitled to shit when they're not.
This video is AIDS. You're acknowledging that Channel Awesome have fucked up. I'll give you that. Then in the same breath, calling the other producers whiny bitches. I don't get ya.
They weren't under any contracts.
Who gives a shit if they're under contracts or not? PewDiePie's worked with people. Jacksepticeye's done collaborations. Daz Black's done collaborations without contracts. Do they treat people like shit? No, hey, why'd you slap me? We ain't got a contract. This is his fucking argument. They can kick a cat. They can decapitate a baby because there's not a contract that says otherwise. And again, the movies had contracts.
If health issues occurred on the shoots, that's horrible, but it could have happened to anyone, really.
But the way they reacted to it was wrong. You'd know that if you paid attention to the documentary.
But one of the things that really pissed me off about the video is his ranting about Tamra recording the intro for him and the argument that ensued. She was not obligated or paid by Cinematic Venom to do jack shit for him. She was cornered by one of his fans at a con.
Cornered. Because look at this. Doesn't she look terrified that she was cornered? For the record, I never asked this subscriber to record the intro for her. They did it. But again, because I didn't pay her, it's okay for her to be a bitch.
And then, when all this change the channel bullshit happened, Cinematic Venom put a bunch of videos up insulting her colleagues and friends she interacts with on pretty much a daily basis. Of course, that's going to upset her.
Yes, I get that. DM me privately. My Twitter allows DMs from anyone. You can access my email through my YouTube channel. She left a comment that was vague, didn't actually specify what she wanted, then insulted me publicly. This is the weird thing. Tamra admitted what she did was wrong, and she at least apologized. And you're still defending it. She's admitted this was fucked up, I'm really sorry. You're like, nah, it's fine.
And she has every right to request that if you are using footage of her in your videos to cease doing that. That isn't a personal betrayal.
But Rob Walker insulting you privately was a personal thing that broke your heart and you were upset. Your words. But when Tamra does it to me publicly, it's no betrayal. Oh, shit, son. Just twist that round back to you, motherfucker.
And rant like she personally assaulted you because you're a jackass.
There we go. It took 16 minutes to insult me. Why am I a jackass again, dude? In the sketches, I never once attacked her or Malcolm, by the way. Just throwing that out there. She insulted me publicly. Apologized. She admitted that was wrong, by the way. Just throwing that out there. You know, if you watch the documentary, most of this video is about the Google Doc, not even the fucking documentary. So I'm the jackass, but she admitted it was wrong. I'm really sorry to tell you this, but your heroes aren't that nice. And Tamra would never be interested in you, bro. Look at him. Look at him. He looks so angry. Look. Insult my Tamalam.
I've had disagreements on social media with fellow Channel Awesome fans because people think I'm a weird fan.
Yeah.
They act like I am some kind of stalker.
You're coming across that way.
Tamra did not have to do anything for her. She was cornered.
She wasn't cornered! A subscriber said there's a YouTuber I like. Can you do him an intro? He likes your work. He's a big fan of your work. Can you do this intro? And yes, it was lovely for Tamra to have done it. But that doesn't excuse how she acted afterwards. You're ignoring how she acted afterwards. She admitted it was wrong!
And maybe not even realizing who you were.
Of course she didn't know who I was. That's why I was a fan. I know Tamra didn't know who I was. At that point, I had like 1,000 subscribers. Of course Channel Awesome didn't know who I were. I never said they did.
She did that video for you when she did not have to.
Okay? I didn't have to watch your videos and give you a shout out right now. So I did this completely for free. So you can't be mad at me, bro, for anything I say in this video. You can't be mad.
To make sure that you're not using it anymore because you're insulting her friends and you go put her on blast.
She put me on blast! She even says it in her message. Right there, right there. Sorry for putting you on blast. She said it, you moron. She didn't want me to use the intro. That would have been fine. At this point, despite my sketches, I had no problem with Tamra. She could have DM'd me, she could have emailed me, said stop using the intro please, I'm uncomfortable with the sketches, and I would have been like, okay, cool. Really sorry for upsetting you, I've got no problem with you. But she didn't do that. She insulted me publicly several times, then took down the tweets, then DM'd me an apology. Is that what this is about? Tamra slid in my DMs. Look bro, it didn't mean anything, okay? I'm sure her heart belongs to you. There's no contract for you to watch this video, so you can't be mad.
You should really be ashamed, you son of a bitch.
Why are you getting so angry, bro? I mean, if anything, the people who used to be on Channel Awesome should be the ones like this emotional. Just let it out.
You, Obscurus Lupa, and everybody involved in Change the Channel can go fuck yourselves as far as I'm concerned.
I'll probably fuck myself after filming this, actually. Sounds like a really good idea.
Rob Walker was even an asshole to me. But you know what I did? That was the last time I asked him a question on Facebook. I went on with my life.
Well, obviously not, because you brought it up in this video and still seem quite upset about it. But why are you upset? There was no contract. Why are you upset? He didn't have to message you. He did it for free.
Most of these people have had
It just ends there. What? He can't even end the video properly. Okay, so that video was awful. He barely even mentioned my video. But you know, I'm going to sit through all of these because they're all quite short. So this one looks like it's at least upright.
Ever since
Oh my god, it works, but why the extreme close-up, bro?
Ever since Cinematic Ass Clown.
It's not even clever. Like, it doesn't even sound like Venom. If you smell, yeah, well, you smell like poo. Got him. That's how you do an insult. You smell like turd.
Put his stupid documentary up. Channel Awesome has been losing between 100 and 200 subscribers per day.
Yeah, boy! This happened for about a week, and then the subs started pouring in again. I'm not saying it was bots. It was probably bots. They lost that many, and then all of a sudden, they were gaining like 300 a day, 400 a day. Looks a bit suspicious. Channel Awesome been hitting up subscribertrain.com. Maybe this guy sent loads of people, haven't they?
These fuckers need to be silenced.
Mate, why don't you just move on? We can just get over it.
As you know, I once proposed something similar to this.
You proposed to Tamara. Well done, man, for having the courage.
As much as I hate to propose this, I see no other way.
This sounds so sinister. This guy did something. He's the reason the subs started coming in again. You know what? I'll applaud you. All right, you beat the system. What did you do?
Everyone needs to go to that Cinematic Venom video with all the change the channel bullcrap in it and flag it to death.
If you smell, do you realize that you are now violated YouTube's guidelines? This is against their policy. So I'm gonna have to just import. Let me see here. What have we got? Just do that. Next. This man is trying to send people over to flag my video unfairly. This is against YouTube's terms of service and violates its guidelines. Two can play at that game, bitch! Also, I don't think you have the people on your side, bro.
Get YouTube to take the video down.
Why do you care so much? You say I'm not an obsessive fanboy, but you're trying to get people to flag my video? Why do you care? Why are you so angry? You tell Allison and all these other people to get over it, but you can't get over a documentary.
Cinematic Venom and all these fuckers have to be silenced for the good of Channel Awesome.
He sounds like some dictator. Everybody, we must silence these people for the good of Channel Awesome and the bullying and harassment of harmless, innocent people.
All fans of Channel Awesome, show that you stand with them.
Apparently Channel Awesome have 2 fans. Doug and Rob.
Just get it flagged enough times to get it taken down.
2 can play at that game. Fans of Cinematic Venom, go to If You Smell. Go to Channel Awesome Needs Our Help and flag it for bullying, for promoting flagship.
There's gotta be something I can look on the internet besides spoilers. Yeah, let's see.
That editing is flawless. You should be a filmmaker. I love this shot. This is entertainment. This content is quality.
Let's see what this is about.
What is he doing?
That's a higher number, isn't it?
This is the thing. People keep commenting and saying, how is it the downfall of Channel Awesome? They have 1.1 million subs. You have 7.5. You're obsessed with subs and numbers, which shows you're a Channel Awesome fan. Because Channel Awesome clearly looked at people as just numbers. They're just numbers. They don't see them as people. And that's what you guys do as well. The downfall comes from their integrity, their respect, their human decency. Subscribers and money doesn't automatically make you better, because if that was the case, Justin Bieber would be one of the best singers of all time. How many people hate Logan Paul and Jake Paul? And they have millions of subs. So Logan Paul and Jake Paul are better than Channel Awesome, guys. Oh, your logic! And he did a whole video to just brag that they're gaining subs again. Well done. Well, do I want them to lose subs? Yes, I do. But, like, you're bragging about this, and it's just cringy because people still know they're assholes. Why are we seeing a zoom in on your cheek? Do you like that cheek? Do you like that? Do you like that? Yeah. What's going on?
So let's see. Channel Awesome has gained almost 850 subscribers.
He needed a calculator to work that out. What was the numbers? He needed a calculator to work out 648 plus 200. Definitely a Channel Awesome fan.
I love this.
I gained 3K subs in a week.
It got people talking on the internet for a few days, but then everything just went back to normal.
Until today, bitch! Spread it around again.
People forgot about it.
Where are you looking? Are you doing the vlogging thing where you look at the screen and not the actual lens? Because that does my head in. Look at the lens!
But you, Cinematic Venom, you could not live with your failure.
Have I failed? 310,000 people, over 250,000 watched that documentary. The likes destroy the dislikes. So many people have realised their mistakes. Check Twitter, and they've left. They've stopped supporting Channel Awesome because of it. I've had messages where people thanked me for making them realise. I've had people involved with Change the Channel that thanked me for helping them and for spreading the word. And at the same time, it's blown my channel up more than it ever was before. Have I really failed? If you smell you want to talk subs, Channel Awesome have more subs so they're better. You're on 29 subscribers. This video has 66 views. You can suck my scrotum.
And where did that lead you? Back to us.
Well, I'm not back to you because I don't support Channel Awesome, so how am I back to you? What? What are you trying to do here?
There you have it, folks. Once again, Change the Channel is dead.
Not yet!
My associates.
Associates, you know he is sat there, his mum is in the kitchen behind the camera right now, and he's just sitting there on his own. He ain't got no associates, he can't even afford a cameraman!
Rest assured, Channel Awesome fans.
Does he think he's auditioning for a horror movie? You're not Jigsaw!
We have heard the last of Change the Channel.
Nah! In fact, he made another video after this, so really, the last.
A message to all the haters, fuck you.
Oh, that's it! Every argument and every allegation is now dead. He just learned to curse, and now his mum's gonna give him a timeout. Biggest lie of hashtag Change the Channel exposed. So, I mean, there were some mistakes in the documentary, and I'll admit that. There were only like tiny little details that I did in fact get wrong, and I'll own up to them if he actually points any of these out, but so far he hasn't, so even the genuine mistakes, he hasn't been able to point out.
So, another goddamn Change the Channel video was...
I thought it was dead, and we weren't going to be talking about it anymore.
Even though Channel Awesome continues to regain several of the subscribers they lost because of Cinematic Moron.
Cinematic Moron, I'm working my way up! Your insults are really bad.
Well, let's see if there's anything we haven't already disproven.
You haven't disproven anything, because according to you, the Change the Channel people have had no proof, so you have to have proof to have disproven it. And all of your claims are just like, no, they didn't do that. You've literally done the Channel Awesome thing where you've ignored most of it. Or weirdly, you say, oh yeah, they're assholes, but I don't care.
More shit about Carmichael, which I said I wasn't gonna cover.
But then you covered anyway.
What's insane is I posted the details of this. We know that 3 weeks later.
Okay, so it looks like this is a reaction to the video that Irritated Critic and Soft Lavender did with a bunch of people. They did a great little video about Change the Channel as well, so if you want to go check that out, I'll leave a link in the description. So this is going to be his reaction to that. So he'll probably react to this. Hi!
I'm sorry. What was that?
Posted the details of this. We know that 3 weeks later, the release time from the channel.
This is some of the best camera work ever. First of all, you are using Internet Explorer. You do not have the right to insult anybody when you are using Internet Explorer. All credibility got out the window.
We know that 3 weeks later, they released him from the channel.
It's so cringy because he doesn't know how to edit, so you can clearly see he's trying to get all the sound effects that he wants to use whilst on camera. So he's like...
Oh my god!
Well, you got Rogue One in the background.
You stupid motherfuckers! All this time, a whole fucking year since all this shit started, with one thing we've been hearing over and over, anytime anyone's tried to defend Channel Awesome, is, oh, they protected this sexual predator, this guy that raped kids and all this shit. I'm not laughing at this sensitive issue. If he did that, it was horrible, and anyone who enabled him should be punished.
Oh, so Channel Awesome. So they should lose subs.
Channel Awesome protected this rapist, this sexual predator. They protected him. They hushed everything up. But you just fucking heard it.
For some insane reason, posted the details of this. We know that 3 weeks later, they released.
You didn't watch the documentary. You didn't do any research because I have said, and Kaylin has said time and time again, I'm going to break it down because apparently, you know, this video is all about you, so I know you're going to watch the whole thing. The Google Doc pointed out the accusations towards Justin. Okay, and they claim that Justin wasn't fired until about a year later. Channel Awesome issued their little bullshit response, accidentally leaked Justin's name in a screenshot that proved it was only 3 weeks, which is, I'm guessing, what you're laughing at. But that wasn't the woman in the Google Doc. I've said this. Kaylin said this. It was in the fucking documentary. You've done 4 videos. You claim you watched the documentary. The one in the screenshot that they provided wasn't the woman. You fucking moron. And you just did this whole bit laughing about it. This is public knowledge, you goof. There were 4 victims. He was fired a year later, not 3 weeks. Just research, bro.
They didn't protect shit. They fired his ass.
A year later, despite already knowing. And you say about enabling, the screenshot actually proves that Doug knew. And Rob. Just read the screenshot. Just read the screenshot.
Oh, now I know what you're thinking. Well, you know, they still should have reported him to the police. There's nothing that said they didn't.
If they were sent to the police, then Justin would have been questioned. And he never was. See those straws? You're just clutching at them, aren't you?
All these people that made this document, they allegedly knew this stuff was going on. Why didn't they report it?
They didn't know. Again, you didn't listen to any of this. People didn't know. They didn't know. The higher-ups knew. You are so frustrating. I just want to bang your head against a desk until you hear the stupidity you're saying.
If they didn't report this guy to the police, yeah, then they probably should have. I'm not going to dispute that.
Probably. They probably should have. I also like the fact it took you until Soft Lavender's video for you to realise the claim that they fired Justin after 3 weeks. It was on Channel Awesome's Our response on their website from last year. You're Channel Awesome's dick sucker. You didn't notice that? Look at the fucking lens!
It's right there in a video supporting your cause.
You know what? I'm starting to think you are a troll. I defended you at the start, and you can't be this clueless. You can't be this dumb.
Unless somebody really puts up a good fight again, which I don't see how they can now. I fully intend for this to be my final video on Change the Channel.
Motherfucker, you know you're responding to this.
This is the Change the Channel shit exposed. This shit is done.
Ignore all the other accusations, you know. You got this one wrong, but just all the other stuff as well. Just leave that out.
I'm even going to call off my Twitter bot's constant trolling of Alison Pregler for her insult to Tamara Chambers.
You've got nothing. You just admitted you've sent people to harass Alison. And you're trying to make like you're the bigger man now. You know, I'm the mature one. I'm gonna stop getting people to harass Alison. Wow. How the fuck can you say Allison has no life when you've sent people to harass her?
Would the authorities have caught up to him had he not?
Also, what's your defense for, they wanted to bring him back, even after finding out what he did? Defense for that? I'm just curious.
And the ones behind this change the channel bullshit lied to you all.
You remember when Channel Awesome lied to you all? Stole your 90 grand. Do you remember that, guys? All that money that you poured into their shitty game show? 90 grand's a lot of money. If you smell, how do you feel about that? Them using your 90 grand on like a fucking Hungry Hippo bullshit board game. You okay with that? That's cool.
Tamara, I really doubt you're watching this video, but if you are...
No, she is. She loves you, babe. She's watching this.
Change the channel. It's officially dead.
Until you respond to this.
Consider this mercy.
Consider this mercy with my 42 views.
I never have to quote that cinematic abomination ever again.
But you're gonna have to, mate. Right, let's, I'm curious. Let's check the comments for all of these, because there's mass dislikes. It's simply horrendous, delete this. Oh, Blaze! Blaze is it! The fact you want the video flagged down is disgusting. Also, what makes you think that will help Channel Awesome in any way? If Cinematic Venom's video gets flagged down, all it will do is make people hate Channel Awesome even more, so I don't see how that's a solution at all. Man, Blaze got my back! Oh, look, he's got so much faith in the company, he's like, we have to do something, otherwise Channel Awesome will die. Diary of a madman. Says the guy who watches my videos just to leave negative comments regardless of the topic. You send people to harass Allison. Shut the fuck up. Mike Maverick! Mike's great YouTuber. He was in my movie. Worked with him a while back. You see, kids, this is a prime example of a mindless Channel Awesome sheep that attacks one another for their entitled narrative. Oh, Miss Anthroponi's there. You really are a lost cause. So that's what I've reacted to all of his videos. And what do you guys think? There are more videos about hashtag change the channel and the documentary. So do you want me to react to that and just keep the movement going? Because this was fun. Change the channel. Let's get the unsubscribe train going again. You know, people keep saying that I'm milking it and I'm obsessed or whatever, but I don't want people to forget about this movement again like last year. The whole reason of the documentary was to get people talking about change the channel again and get it moving. So that's what we need to do. So just spread the word. Thank you all for the support. Take care.